welcome back to my channel. This time I would like to show you a really simple project how you can make your own OneWire sensors. I'm using here Arduino Mini Pro with temperature and humidity sensor DS18B20, and what my project does is that it reads the data from the sensor and sends it over OneWire bus. The data can be sent either using two temperature sensors DS18B20. One is for temperature, second one is for humidity, or you can use one sensor, and in this case it's DS2438. The temperature is sent as a temperature and the humidity is sent as a VAD voltage. Let's take a look on the pinout, which is really simple. What I have here is the Arduino Mini Pro, and I simply connect the sensor. Ground goes to the ground, VCC goes to 3.3 volts or 5 volts, and the data goes to the data pin, which you can define in the source code. As a default is pin number 2. Then there are two more wires. One is for OneWire ground, it simply goes also to the ground, and the second one is the OneWire data. Okay, so it's time to switch to the board programming, and you will need to get the source code. You can find it in the video description. Download it and open it in Arduino IDE. So you will see something like this. You can read some description about the project, and these are the libraries that you have to install. If you scroll a little bit down, you will see the definitions of the project. Here you can set which OneWire device should be used. In this case I'm going to use both of them. This is just for demonstration. Please never do that in the real world. Here you can define the DHT pin and OneWire pin. This is your DHT device. I'm using DHT22, and this is the reading interval. And that's it. This is all the configuration that you can set. So let's load it to the module. As I said, I'm using Arduino Pro Mini, and in my case it's connected to COM port number 7. Okay, so let's compile it. Good. And we can load it to the module. And I'm going to open the serial monitor. Okay, so code is successfully loaded to the module, and you can see that during the first run it's generating random OneWire address. This is stored in the device EEPROM, so the next time it's started it uses this address, so it will be the same. You can also see that some reading has been already done from the sensor. And at this time the device is already sending OneWire data. Now I have switched to the Loxone config, and I'm going to add the new OneWire devices. Select OneWire extension and search for OneWire devices. You will see that these two are the new DS18B20 devices, and somewhere at the bottom this one is the new one, DS2438. Let's add those devices. The one with the higher penultimate byte is the one reading humidity. So this one is humidity. Create a device. The second one is the temperature. And if I will scroll down, I will select this one, and for this I will leave it just the name like this. Now I can create a new page and add those devices to this page. So I create a page called test, and I'm going to drag the values to this page. For this I need to use the temperature and the VAD. VDD and the Vsense voltages are not used, they are 0. This one I will drag the temperature, which is in fact humidity, and I will do the same also with this one. Now I can modify the values. For temperature it's really simple. I just scroll down and I'm going to say that I want to have 2 decimals and I want to have Celsius degrees. Same thing for this sensor. For this DS18B20 sensor, the values are directly sent in percentages, but I have to change the unit here. And I can also use 2 decimals. For the VAD voltage, I need to convert the value. I'm going to use the correction and use the input value 2 and we'll change it to 1 and we'll leave the display value 2 to 10. What it will do, it will take the value and multiply it by 10 because the voltages are from 0 to 10 and the humidity has to be from 0 to 100. And again, I'm going to set it to 2 decimals and to use percentages. Config is ready. Let's load it to the mini server. It has been successfully loaded. I can start the live view. You can see that I already have some devices, and I can also open OneWire monitor. And you will see that this OneWire device is sending the values. This is our temperature and this is our humidity. It just received a new reading and the humidity now is 47.1. If I open the Arduino console, you can see that the values are matching. Now I will switch back to the Arduino IDE and I will comment out the usage of DS18B20 because I really don't need those values, and the DS2438 handles everything and you just have one single device. I will just validate it and load it to the module. Now if I will switch to the Loxone config, I will search for OneWire devices. The DS18B20 devices are no longer here, so I can delete this one. And this one as well. But the DS2438 is here and the Loxone is receiving the data from this OneWire device. So this was it. Really simple project how you can read the humidity over OneWire bus. I hope you like it, and in case you have some other ideas about the different sensors that you would like to read over OneWire, just let me know. Let's see if those can be added as well. In the future I would like to add, for example, the motion sensors over OneWire, or I'm already preparing the project with the NFC reading over OneWire. See you next time.